Hi guys, I know I haven't been on my channel in a while, but I wanted to touch on some things that a lot of people my age really don't talk about, and I just thought I would talk about comparing your life to others, burnout, mental health, and adulting, all in one video. It might be long, so bear with me, but I would like to talk about it. So first and foremost, it's really hard not to feel left behind when your life isn't on the same path as others, because you've set the bar really high for yourself, specifically if you have a certain expectation of yourself by a certain age. But the truth is, just because your path in life is not on the same track as others doesn't mean that you're less successful or that your life is going in the wrong way, because God gives every one of us a unique path for a certain reason, and what God wants for you isn't always clearly shown, and sometimes you have to pray and wait for the answer. I know I have a hard time with that, because as human beings we always want the answer right away, and it's not always clearly given. And sometimes God wants us to wait for the answer and pray for it and just have faith, which I know is easier said than done for most cases. But another thing is, comparison is a very toxic thing to do. Like when you see someone, I don't know, one of your friends getting married, and you've always wanted to get married, or you have a partner and you've always wanted that, and you're not getting it right away, or it's taking a long while for that to happen. Like for me, I'm engaged to my boyfriend of 2 years now, where he's now my fiance, and we've been engaged for several months. We decided to get engaged, and it's going to be a long engagement because we just, we already knew that we were the ones that we were going to get married. God had made it clear to both of us that we were meant to be together, and it's just taking a long while. So I'm having a hard time in that department myself, comparing myself to my other friends who are married, who have kids already. And I'm just like, okay, God, give me patience, because I really, really want that for myself. It's just not time yet. And that's really important, that you remember that your life is not the same as other people, and it's not meant to be. You have your own path, and it's gonna take time for yours to come to fruition, but that doesn't mean that you're less successful. And also, when you're comparing yourself to others, it can lead to jealousy and lust, and that's something that God does not want us to have. It's a quality that is very sinful, and it's something that we aren't supposed to want for ourselves, and that's why you should never compare yourself to others, because it leads to those very negative emotions, very negative feelings, and it can damage your life and make it harder to cope with the already challenging features of life. So just remember that. And patience is something that we should constantly strive for, no matter what the situation is, even though it's very difficult. Because like I said earlier, it is very hard to have patience when you're wanting something right away. Like for me, there's a lot of wants in my life versus a lot of needs. Like I'm having to realize that's a want, that's not a need, like I want that, purse or whatever, that nice thing, and it's not a need. I don't need it. It's just something that I want. And it's something that you have to constantly work on, and it takes a while to get the hang of it. And I know myself, I'm 21 and I still have a hard time with that. So it's constantly something that should be strived for, even though it's very difficult. Curveballs do come up, of course. For me, I've had several curveballs. Like my health is going a little bit cuckoo crazy right now, and I'm having to figure it out with doctors. I've seen 2 or 3 doctors, and it's not, there's no clear answer yet. And I consider the curveballs God's way of making me grow stronger in my faith, and also trusting Him that He'll provide for me, because I do know that He's going to find that answer for me, and I'm going to get better, and I'm going to get healthier, and it's going to come. It just is taking a lot longer than I wish it would, which I know that for the case of a lot of us, that's how it is for everybody. Like we always wish that the answer was right away, and it's not always. Sometimes you have to go out and search for it for a couple years, couple months, and then you find it, and then you're like, oh goodness, now I see exactly why God had me going through all that nonsense in order to get to this point, because He had a whole intentional plan for me. and now it's coming through, and now you see exactly why you went through everything that you had to. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And something that a lot of people my age specifically, there is no right way to be an adult. There's no like textbook, you know, like there's no guide to being an adult. You have to figure out your own path, and you have to figure out exactly how adulting looks for you specifically. Like it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to mess up, because it teaches you exactly how to live and learn, and keep growing as an individual. So there is no, you know, there is no right way to be an adult. You have to figure out exactly how balance works for you in that department. Yourself is very important. I know a lot of people don't talk about that because they're like, oh, it's typical, like everybody talks about that, but really taking care of yourself is a very key point to being successful in life. You need to take care of yourself, and when your body tells you, I'm tired, I don't feel good, don't push yourself, because if you're pushing yourself, it's going to make it worse to where you can't get anything done at all. Those people that's very hardworking, and when I get on a focus of something that's important for me and like a task, I just can't stop. I have to do it. I have to work on it until it's finished. And like, this is just who I am. And sometimes I neglect my necessities for health, and I just go forward and push through it, even though I know it's bad for me and it's something that really isn't healthy. So just remember to listen to your body when it tells you, I'm tired, I want to go to sleep, you know, I need to rest. Just don't push it. If you feel that, you need to listen to that. And that's something that I've been told by all my doctors, but also I've learned as an individual, is that you need to listen to your body and learn your limits on things that you can and can't complete. Take it one step at a time. If you're thinking about everything all at once and you have like this set goal, right? If you're thinking about everything at once, then you'll never push forward, because you'll be so overwhelmed by everything that's in front of you that you're like, oh, I don't even want to start, because like you'll get so anxious and upset that you just can't see yourself even pushing forward with one step. So maybe write out a list of things you want to get done, and then look at the first step, and from the first step it'll move forward, and then you're able to go through with the plan that you have. That's something that I'm working on as well. And honestly, one of the most important things you can do is, no matter what you choose to do in life, make sure that you're praying that it's what God wants for you, and also that you're doing it with all the glory for God and not yourself. Because if you're doing something for yourself, then it's a very lustful act. And again, God doesn't want us to be jealous. He doesn't want us to have lust in our hearts. He wants us to be pure-minded at all times. It's important to remember that whatever you do, you need to do it in the glory of God and not yourself. And so very important to remember to be gentle, kind to yourself, and keep trying your best. And God always meets you where you lack. He'll meet up for that, because all you need to do is come to God as you are. You don't have to be anything more or less than that. And he loves you no matter what. You guys have seen on my channel for the past several videos, I've been talking about certain subjects that I feel really speak to me, but also I feel like God is telling me that I have this YouTube channel, so I might as well, you know, use this for him. And hopefully these videos are helping someone. And I just want to use my very impactful way of words. People have told me that I'm very good with my words. I'm very well spoken. And I just feel like God is telling me that I need to use that for him, and this is my chance to do that. This, you know, this YouTube channel, which I'm very grateful for all the supporters. It's like my poems, because I also write poems as well, and songs, and I just feel like this is the direction that God is leading me, and the rest will come in time. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope that all this advice helps you in some form. And yeah, it's been a really nice Sabbath. I hope you guys are having a nice Sabbath, and I will hopefully start posting more on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get better at it. I like sharing these little like messages with y'all. I really hope you guys are having a good day, and I just hope that everything goes well, and I hope that this advice is able to help you and reach your heart. And if not, then I hope that maybe one of my other videos will help you. But yeah, appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a great day. And thank you for watching. If you stayed to the end, I really, really, really appreciate you. So yeah, stay tuned for my next video, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.